Oh, don't you just love it when Slobs decides to just change your mic settings and talking and no one can hear you? It's the best. But we early. For a couple of reasons. First of which being, we're doing something weird and different. I didn't want it to necessarily eat into Resident Evil time. It also might be a slightly less late stream tonight. Might end earlier than usual. God, also the background is, or the screen is not animated. What the fuck? Come on, slobs. Fix yourself. But yeah, to start with, I decided to jump on Tier Maker and see what kind of horror movie tier list things we can do. Because I thought that'd be fun. But it ain't fun without people here, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to start. Start till I start seeing people. It's the benefit of starting early. I got time. I can be patient. I freak out and immediately jump in. Did the fucking screen stop again? What the hell? Slobs ain't feeling right. Yeah, it plays once and then just stops. I don't know what it do. Boop. Start, yeah, no, everything there looks fine. I don't know what it's doing. Neffy, hello. Fuck it, we'll just go here. Just go here so everything's set up and ready to go. How you doing? Oh shit!
Bitches love cannons.
Thank you for the 33 months. Booyah indeed. A lot of months. That's right, this is like this month is like the 3-year anniversary of being affiliate. Yeah, I should do something. I should do something. I don't know when. I don't know when I'll have time to do something. That's the problem. I don't necessarily know what to do. Aside from like the obvious, like do a super long celebration stream. But I don't know what to do. I don't know when to do it. So yeah, this is the one I decided to start with. Is a tier list of the movie monsters, over 100 monsters to choose from. They do. They got a bunch. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's at least a few on here I don't even know where they come from. But I know a lot of them. Never considered ranking this wide a range of movie monster things against each other. So it should be interesting. But the cost of entry is like at least one more active person in chat. At least one more active person. Dang it. God, I'm skimming the list. I'm trying to see how many I recognize. I know that this thing is from, I believe it was called the Claw, or the Giant Claw. I should actually have another window up so I can like Google search this thing. The Giant Claw, spelled with a K. No, it's spelled with a C, but it is the Giant Claw from 1957. Yeah, I remember that movie. I saw that movie. Yeah, Norman Bates. King Kong, Christine, creature from the Black Lagoon. That is Q, the winged serpent. That is, I don't know who that is. It looks familiar. It does look familiar. I think that's Annabelle. I don't know who that is. Looks less familiar. I don't know what that is. Or him. So there's a number of them. That guy, I think he might be from The Burning. That guy. That's the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. This motherfucker looks like Darth Maul, so I'm gonna assume that that's the Insidious Demon, because he also looked like Darth Maul. That's the creature from Basket Case, the monster in the basket. That's the Cyclops from one of the Harryhausen movies. It's Wishmaster. That's the Ice Cream Man. That's a Deadite from Evil Dead 2. That is also a Harryhausen creation. I don't know which one. That's a giant boar, perhaps from the film Boar. Maybe? That's Captain Spaulding. That's the Babadook. That is some googly-eyed menace that I don't know. That's Cujo, Michael Myers. That's Aylmer from Brain Damage. That's Pennywise. That's Chrome Skull from Laid to Rest. Is that the giant ant? I think that's the giant ant from Them. Jason, Leatherface, Jaws. I know this one, but I don't know where from. Invisible Man. That's one of the hillbilly freaks from Wrong Turn. I know this one, but I don't know where from. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe the creatures from Feast? I believe that's from... fuck, that's silent film. That's not Nosferatu. That's the dude from there. I don't know who that is. He looks medieval. It's not Evil Ash. That is Gamera. That is Maniac from Maniac. That is the main girl from Night of the Demons. That's a Graboid. That's a Killbot from Chopping Mall. That is... Is that the Fly from the original The Fly? It would make sense given that there's Jeff Goldblum Fly. Frankenstein. Are these in alphabetical order? No, they wouldn't be, because even if you were like Claw, Norman Bates, either way, that doesn't make sense. King Kong with K's, that doesn't make sense. So no, not alphabetical order. That's Michael Rooker from Slither. That's the Leprechaun. I think that's one of the trolls from Troll Hunter. That might be the creature from The Relic. There's the Ginger Dead Man. Jack Torrance. Your Epiphany, but not really... Wait, like your Epiphany, but not really with friends last night? Oh, yeah, are they all in alphabetical order? No, that makes no sense. It's obviously not in alphabetical order. Yeah, Jack Torrance, that is... I don't know what that is. That is, I believe... Oh, that's Dr. Giggles. I was gonna say the dentist from the film The Dentist, but no, that was Corbin Burnson. That's Dr. Giggles. That's Jack Frost. That's a Xenomorph. That is something weird looking. I'll get a good look at it. That's Bigfoot, I think. That's The Thing. That's Victor Crowley. That's one of the cave dwellers from The Descent. That's Maniac Cop. That's Audrey, too. I know a lot of these. I believe that is a piranha from the film Piranha. I don't know what that is. That's a ghoulie. That's... It looks like a giant demon rat. Chaotica, I'm on mute and you're lurking, but you just want to say hi. Hello! You can't hear me, but hello! That's Isaac from Children of the Corn. That's a bear? I believe that is just a bear. The Predator... Is that Ghidra? That's Ghidra. They picked a really silly picture for him. That's Freddy Krueger. This looks like some form of... Oh no, that's a turkey. That's like Poltergeist or something, or Thanksgiving killer turkey. That's the Blob. That's Ghostface. I believe that's the Golem from the Golem. It's the aliens from Mars Attacks. Tall Man from Phantasm. Gremlin. specifically Stripe. That's Tarman from Return of the Living Dead, Candyman, Anaconda. That is just darkness. That's just darkness. Evil Santa from some Evil Santa movie. Phantom of the Opera, Hunchback of Notre Dame, one of the Killer Tomatoes. No idea, but it looks very strange. That is, I can't remember his name, but the killer clown from Terrifier. Reagan from The Exorcist. That's some goat bastard. Godzilla, Chucky. I believe this is one of the alien bugs from Starship Troopers. That is a big old set of sharp, pointy teeth. I think that's the werewolf from American Werewolf, Hannibal Lecter. The rat is from Ben. No, that's way too goofy. Like, the rat in Ben was just a rat. He wasn't all monstered up like that. He was just like a big black rat. Yeah. That's a good guess, though. That's also some weird goat-looking bastard. That is another strange thing I don't know. Pinhead, Billy the puppet from Saw. That's a killer shrew. Nice. I didn't notice the killer shrews on here, but that's very good. Uncle Sam from the 90s slasher film Uncle Sam. The zombie Nazi general from the Dead Snow series, Pumpkinhead. That is Vincent Price. I'm going to guess that's Dr. Phibes. Clever Girl, The Mummy. The monster in Creepshow, one of the Creepshow segments, the one that eats Adrienne Barbeau. I believe that's one of the ghost demon things from Poltergeist. I think that's from Poltergeist. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I believe that is the giant demon from Night of the Demon. Thanks, Kettle, for turning me on to Night of the Demon, so I know where that, like, I've seen that image before, but I didn't know where it came from. Now I do. That's The Stuff. Larry Cohen film. It's a critter. That's the killer tire from Rubber, and I love that they put it on there. That is... Oh, that's the Cloverfield monster. I was like, that's like an aerial shot of a city, but yeah, that's the Cloverfield monster. That is a demon ninja turtle? Is that a demon ninja turtle? I don't know what that is. Toxic Avenger. I think I know where this is from, but I can't really, like something like the Killer Brain or something. That's Harry Minor or Harry Warden from My Bloody Valentine. I don't know who he... No, that's the demon from Night of the Demon. So I don't know. Is that Goro? Might be... No, Goro didn't look like that. Is that Goro? Goro movie. Care about stunks. Not Goro from Mortal Kombat. Monster movie. Am I losing my mind? Was that movie not named Goro? Monster movie Gorgo! It was Gorgo. Is that Gorgo? No, Gorgo don't have horns. He's got like ear flaps. He's like Godzilla but with ear flaps. Yeah, is that? No, they don't have Gorgo on here. I don't know what that is then. But I think... Let me just check. Night of the Demon, 1957. Yeah, this one is Night of the Demon, so yeah, I don't know which one that is. It looks like, kind of looks like Godzilla with demon horns. That's a troll from Troll 2. Fuck, that looks... Oh, I think that's from Extro? I think that's the alien creature from Extro? Which I've never seen, but like, yeah, yeah, it's a striking image. That's Christopher Lee Dracula, Blade from the Puppet Master series, the giant Croca-gator from Lake Placid, and Sam. There we go. Ready to start ranking them? Thankfully, they do have an undecided, which I'm just going to use as I don't know what this is. So I can use that for all the ones that I don't know where it is, where it comes from, or what it is. Which there's a few, but there's not that many. And if anyone else can puzzle out where these things come from, I think I can blow Like, I blew it up a little bit. I think I can blow it up more and maybe get a better look at some of these things. Yeah. Yeah, if you scale it up, the resolution doesn't go to shit, which is nice. So, like, if it's like too small to get a good look at, you can just zoom it in and get a better look. Oh fuck! No, I don't think that is from. Is that the creature from the Relic? That was my guess. The Relic monster. Oh, it is. It straight up is. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, that's got to be classic Fly. It's got like a lamp on it. I don't know. Let's get in. Let's just start so and save the ones I don't know and blow up the yeah. That's a much better way of doing it. Okay, so we got S A B C D F. Thank you for not being one of the tiers that I've seen that they include E as a tier list, and I'm like, that doesn't. Who uses E? Alright, so the giant claw. They're very cool. He's a giant, like, flying condor monster thing. I remember that. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember really liking it as a kid. And I remember him fucking some shit up. Like many 50s giant monsters did. But, like, is he really all that? Like, he's got a cool look to him. Does anyone know who he is at this point beyond me? Probably not many people. But yeah, I'm gonna rank him. I'm gonna put him C. It's gonna be hard. Like, stuff's gonna shuffle around as I go through them. I think. Just because, like, I feel like the best way of doing this is to start comparing it to where I have stuff elsewhere. Like, I could probably put, like, some of them just, like, jump straight up to S. Because, like, there's just, like, Michael Myers, like, he's probably a contender for S tier. Jason is a contender for S tier. Because, like, they're just, like, timeless. He do be creepy. Oh yeah, no, he looks he looks creepy in a goofy way. Like, the thing looks goofy as hell, but, like, it's surprisingly effective. So Norman Bates, there were 5 if you count the remake. 5 Psycho films. There's the show as well. I don't know if I should include the show considering this is movie monsters. But, like, original Norman Bates, like, shocking, no doubt, but, like, it just by process of how classic the original Psycho is alone, like, his name has to be up there. But, like, he didn't really do much, and honestly, like, he was not the most intimidating killer, which kind of makes him scarier. Mostly because, like, he didn't even know what he was doing. It was all the mother persona. But, like, I feel like Norman Bates is probably, like, B tier. Probably, like, B tier. Now, King Kong. King Kong's a weird, like, he's definitely a monster. But he's definitely, like, on the tragic end of the monster thing, because he never really does anything too monstrous. He mostly just wants to be left alone and hang out with pretty ladies. So, like, you know, he's caused some destruction and probably taken a few lives, but he's kind of a friendly monster. Does that mean he gets ranked lower? Not necessarily. I mean, I'll put Kong in B as well. Like, he's definitely superior to the Giant Claw. Christine, the Killer Car, Stephen King's Killer Car, by John Carpenter. Christine is cool. Like, especially in the movie. Like, I've never finished reading the book, but, like, especially in the movie, like, Christine just smashes herself up to, like, kill stuff. Like, it's so good. But I feel like maybe, like, I feel like I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in B and then reshuffle stuff. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I love them. And again, kind of like King Kong, where like he really just wanted to be left alone and get a girlfriend. Like that's really all he wanted to do. So I mean, I'll put him next to Kong for now. Q the Winged Serpent. Q is very cool, kind of similar in design to the Giant Claw. It's a big flying monster. But I feel like Q gets even more props because like Q hid in New York City and while just rampantly ripping people apart on a daily basis. And they didn't know where this thing was. Like they had trouble finding it. I can't put another one in B already. Like, come on, man. Like I'm gonna have to like I don't know. I'll figure this out. Like I'm like maybe I put Claude down to C to slip Q into or to D rather to slip Q up into C. You, I don't know who the fuck you are. You look familiar, but I don't know who the fuck you are. Annabelle, I've never seen any of the movies. I know it's a creepy haunted doll, but I don't know anything contextually because I've never seen the movie. So, I mean, it's kind of got to go into undecided. I don't know who you are, or you. I believe you're from The Burning, but I've never seen The Burning, so that would also have to be undecided. You are the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. It's an interesting idea for a monster. Unfortunately, the monster's creator is also a monster. Which is kind of fucked. And I thought the first movie just was not good. I thought the second one was a little bit better. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like I just gotta put him down in F. Just based on where he comes from. And the whole Victor Salva shit. You... Who... Okay, let me... I gotta look up the Insidious Monster. No, he looks way more like Darth Maul than this motherfucker. Unless this is just like a better lit. Are you bald, sir? Oh no, that is him. It's just a different... He's just more lit than the images I'm seeing. It's a lot of comparison images. It's just... Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, no, this is the demon from Insidious. Honestly, aside from the fact that he just straight up looks like fucking Darth Maul. Like, this dude scared the shit out of me. So, like... Yeah, fuck it, put him in B. Basket case creature. Oh man, he's so cool. Like, the Frank Henenlotter monsters are just so weird and so cool. Like, I feel like those gotta be A's. Wishmaster Andrew Divoff. He's very cool. Like, he may honestly be an A. Like, not as well represented as, like, you know, Michael and Jason and a lot of others, but... Like, he was a very cool, like, late entry into, like, the slasher killer. Like, something very different and with a really good, like, performance behind it that never really fully manifested, unfortunately. Just because, like, it came out at a time when people just were not into that stuff, I feel. But still, the idea was very cool, and I would love to see more stuff done with it. Ice Cream Man! He's only got the one film. But oh my god, we watched it recently and it was gold. Like I think he's got to go up to B. These are going to be a lot of high rankings, I think. The Cyclops. I mean, the Harryhausen animation is just so good. I don't know if I'm right. The Deadeye. It's like for sheer just power level alone, I feel like they got to be up in S tier. Because, like, there's almost no stopping them. I feel like I'm using different criteria for each one I come across. Like, I should probably decide on a singular criteria of, like, maybe how deadly they are. That might be better. Like, how deadly they are and how easy they are to stop. As opposed to, like, which ones do I like? Because, like, It's gonna be a lot of like A, B, C, S, and maybe a few undecideds if I'm just basing it on, because like probably like all of them to some degree or another. So yeah, like okay, restart. I'm not gonna restart. I'm just gonna reshuffle. So with ease to stop, like okay, in that case, I gotta bring him back up because he was pretty unstoppable, but he hibernates for like 20 something years. So again, like I think that just only bumps him. Like it's not a high threat. He was very localized. The creeper was very localized to like one small ass town, and he hibernates for like 20 something years. It's a fucking weird cicada demon thing. So yeah, no, he's still ranked pretty low. Michael Myers. Michael Myers is pretty unstoppable, but he can be stopped. He can be momentarily incapacitated, or not even momentarily. He can be incapacitated for a while. So I think that again, like this is already way more interesting because he's getting bumped down to A. Because nigh unstoppable is not unstoppable, and honestly, again, Jason's got to go in there too. Because like Jason's probably gonna get you, but you can defeat Jason at a certain point. Deadeye, it's like yeah, no, they'll just keep possessing things and coming after you and drive you insane until they possess you. Like, and even when you think you've beaten them, they're not beaten. Wishmaster, I think A tier is still good for him because he's pretty all powerful, but he can be tricked and stopped. Unfortunately, Norman's gonna have to come down a bit. Norman wasn't really like a huge threat. He's a dude, that most of the time, or at least half the time, doesn't actually want to kill anybody, and he's a dude. Like you could just shoot him in the face. Claw. See, it's been so long since I've seen the movie. Like I remember it causing some. I think Claw might be a C with Q because they were pretty strong. Maybe even B. Now King Kong very strong, but very stoppable. very. I feel like he's probably one of the easier giant monsters to stop, at least based on what we've seen. And then on top of that, like he doesn't want to really cause harm. He just wants to be left alone and get a girlfriend. Like so, I think Kong might be like an F. He doesn't want to cause destruction, and same thing with Creature. Christine. Christine's pretty unstoppable. Pretty kill crazy. Put her in A for now. Insidious Demon. I only saw the first Insidious movie, and I think the demon won in that one, right? Like, I don't think there was much they could do about it. But, like, didn't really, I don't think it really killed too many people. It was just kind of being a weird, annoying demon thing. Ice Cream Man, again, he's kind of in the same ballpark as Norman Bates. They're very similar characters. Captain Spaulding. Great character. The late great Sid Haig. Again, he's a dude. Like Norman and Ice Cream Man, just a dude. Very killable, but he enjoys the killing. So that immediately would bump him up a little bit. And since they don't have the other ones, I'll just include the Firefly like this represents like the Firefly family. Like I think B tier because like they were kind of in their own little area for the most part, but like they did a lot of damage and a lot of killing in that one little area, so they were pretty prevalent. The Babadook is F because the Babadook is more just a representation of grief and loss, and like it sucks and it's very scary, but it's such an analogy for grief and loss that it's like it's not really like it is a threat. Like if you want to get deep into it, like yes, it is a threat. It can like tear your life apart, but like it's not Deadite is not Jason Voorhees. And when you come to terms with it, it's just, you know, something you keep locked in the basement, and occasionally you give it a little bit of food and you manage it. So, at least in the context of the film. Cujo! Giant rabid Saint Bernard. Again, just like kind of almost develops superpowers thanks to being rabid, at least in the Stephen King story. But still kind of just a killer animal? Like definitely above like Norman and Ice Cream Man, just because wants to kill, or at least is very very aggressive and will kill. Aylmer from Brain Damage, this weird alien slug thing. Slug dick looking thing that exudes a hallucinogenic drug to its hosts to get them to procure tasty hot brains. I'd say Aylmer's pretty powerful. Oh, and I never did Basket Case. He was pretty tenacious, but I think be like more of a B. Like he was flesh hungry. He also wanted a girlfriend, but not A tier. Aylmer, on the other hand, Aylmer was pretty powerful because if Aylmer got his hooks in you, like you were basically just his slave, and you had to do whatever he wanted so you get a hit of that sweet sweet drug he was pumping out. So I think Aylmer is at least an A. Where'd he go? Oh no, he got popped in the ass. There we go. Pennywise, the Joker. This is new Pennywise. I haven't seen the new films, but the old one, Tim Curry. Watch the hell of that. Pennywise was interesting. I'm trying to remember how he worked. He was basically like a fear demon that preyed on a bunch of kids from Derry, Maine. And like, there's probably much deeper stuff because it was like a 1,000-page novel, which I've not read yet. But kind of like they beat him in the end. Like kind of unstoppable, but like not completely unstoppable. I think like so might be an A for unstoppability. Chrome Skull. There's two of the Chrome Skull movies. I've only seen the first one, but he was a pretty intimidating slasher, and pretty fucking tough. He would probably fit in the same category as Spaulding. So, giant. I feel like C might just be giant or killer animal things because the ants from them, like, pretty tough, nest based. Although they were clever enough to move their nest at one point, I remember, and pretty hard to kill. But they also just kind of wanted to, like, they would roam out and like they would kill people for sure because they were ants. But that was just ants being ants. The fact that they were huge was the problem. I think them is like D. Leatherface. Leatherface. You know what? Like you'd think up here with Jason and Michael, Leatherface is still just a guy. He's human. He's mortal. And also there's been instances where Leatherface is D rank to you? Well, I was gonna say, yeah, there's been instances where Leatherface, like, it doesn't seem like he really wants to kill. It's more his family driving him to do it and, like, just what he knows. Runs around with a chainsaw, not smart. Yeah, like, Bubba's not known for his intelligence. More like a childlike innocence to him. But I don't know if I'd put him all the way down in D, because he does enjoy the killing. Like, at least with these two, Norman and Ice Cream Man, like, they don't necessarily enjoy the killing. They're just kind of crazy. Bubba enjoys the killing. So I'd put him in either B or C. You know, I'll drop him into C because he is a little bit like Cujo. He is a little bit like Cujo in the fact that like Cujo doesn't necessarily wanna kill, except for the fact that he's rabid. Now Leatherface isn't rabid, but like based on his history and everything like that and how he's been raised, he's kind of been like it's just instinct. It's just instinct to him. The Bruce. Did I ask if he was? No. Cujo was rabid. Bubba was not rabid, but I'm making the comparison that they're similar in that the violence comes kind of instinctively to them for one reason or another. The violence is instinctual. It's not necessarily because they sat down and they're like, this is something I want to do. They're just like, I'm driven to do this. But yeah, Bruce from Jaws. Bruce, he's a, what did Richard Dreyfuss call him? Like the perfect killing machine or eating machine? All it does is eat and swim and make baby sharks. So yeah, I think Bruce is up there in A's for sure. Because definitely stoppable. Not easy to stop. And kind of like Christine, like Bruce. If Bruce wants to get you, Bruce is gonna get you. But definitely stoppable. Bruce's S. The name is actually Cerusse. Oh dear. Invisible Man. So I remember, I feel like in the book, the Invisible Man was kind of a scumbag. Like, he killed, like, a lot of people. And he was insane. It's been so long since I've seen the movie, I can't remember what exactly plays out in the movie. But it's pretty, being invisible gives you the power to do a lot of shit and get away with it. So if you're a bad person, you can do that. But at the same time, he's still just a dude. And you could easily get hit by a car. Another John Carpenter film, only not... Wait. Oh, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Yeah, no, this is the original Invisible Man. Yeah, Memoirs of an Invisible Man is not... It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I don't remember it being very good. But Invisible Man, like, he's got some strength. He's a little crazy, but I don't think, like, his power is he's invisible. He doesn't have, like, super strength or anything like that. So, either C or D, I'm thinking. I'll dump him in C. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Put him in C. The Wrong Turn family. These guys were creepy. These guys were very creepy and very hard to kill. And they did a lot of killing. I feel like, yeah, just based, either, kind of like the Firefly family, a little bit. Kind of similar to the Firefly family. I think that's good B ranking territory. A lot of nope for you, yeah. The fuck? Well, hold on. First of all, I'm gonna see if this is one of the things from Feast. Is that one of the Feast monsters? Yes, it is. Hey, look at that. So, I've only seen the first Feast, which was very good, and those things were pretty much, like, they weren't completely unstoppable, but they were damn close. Like, they were intimidating and very deadly predators. So, kind of like Jaws, only faster and on land and hungrier. What the fuck is, like, I'm trying to remember that. Like, I feel like what is the name of the movie? It's a silent film, not Nosferatu. Caligari, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Is that, no, not Cabinet of Mystery from WandaVision. Insane. Is that guy? No, it's not that guy, which means I have no idea who that is. He looks familiar. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is. So I guess I should start dumping these in undecided, just to get them out of here. It's the most populated category. Gamera! Gamera is a fun one. Giant turtle that shoots fire and flies around by spinning his turtle shell very fast. Gamera is he started out as a villain and then primarily I haven't seen the newer Gamera films. I think they kind of changed things up there. But primarily Gamera is like a friend to children. He's just like some weird children's protector guy. Like, he causes destruction because he's a giant fucking turtle that fights other giant monsters, but like, he's a good guy. Like, he doesn't really want to hurt nobody except for like the first movie, which was basically like Godzilla but with a giant turtle. So yeah, I think he's got to go there next to Kong. Maniac from the film Maniac. Oh, that guy was wild. That guy was very unhinged. A little bit like Norman Bates, only more violent than like, he's kind of a cross between Norman Bates and Cujo, honestly. So I think that'd slide him up into C. Julie, I believe her name is, from Night of the Demons, and like, I don't know if that looks like pre-possession, but I'm gonna assume the demons from Night of the Demons, and they were basically deadites. Like, I don't think they didn't beat them at the end, did they? I can't remember. Did they just escape, or did they beat them? Like, I feel like they just got the fuck out of there and managed to get away. But the demons were still like kind of in the, so not as strong as the Deadites, because the Deadites can just spring out wherever, basically. These demons were location based. They were stuck in a building, so they couldn't really get out, or at least for the sake of that film, they were stuck in a building and couldn't get out. But as far as like power level and like just inescapability level and unstoppable level, like about on par with Deadites, it seemed. But because they're limited to one location, bump them down. Jack Frost! Oh, Jackie boy. Giant, well, not giant, but frozen killer snowman. who banged Shannon Elizabeth to death in a bathtub. The movie is glorious. And he was pretty strong. Like, even if they melted him, he kind of just reformed. But I think they managed to stop him eventually. And he didn't really get, his motivation was mostly just revenge. Like, he was just kind of like, he was also a serial killer, but at least the primary motivation in the movie was he was just getting revenge on the people who had sent him away. Say he's in the C rankings. Dr. Giggles. I've never seen it, so I can't determine it. I don't know who you are. Jack Torrance. He's gone crazy because there's spooky ghosts talking in his head, and he's the recovering alcoholic who slips off the wagon and starts trying to kill his family. I mean, in the context of the film, he's pretty unstoppable. Because he's going after his wife and child, and they're like, we don't want to hurt you, but you're scaring the shit out of us. And also, like, In the kid's case, he's like, yo, I'm a kid. And you're a grown-ass man with an axe. But, realistically speaking, ghost shit aside, which, I mean, I don't know if you can put it aside because it's a big part of it, but, like, he's stoppable. He's mortal. But he was very much getting into it, and he wanted to kill. So I think that's where the C rank is coming in. The Ginger Dead Man. Neff, where would you put the Ginger Dead Man? Honestly, yeah, honestly. F. We're in agreement. I was also gonna say F. It's a great idea. I love the concept, but in execution, one, very stoppable. Two, didn't really kill too many people, and just yeah, he didn't kill anybody. He was very stoppable, and yeah. Yeah, he wasn't effective. He wasn't really effective, despite the assumptions of the idiots in that movie who were like, we can't leave the building because he could be out there. When we know he's in here, but he could also be out there. We don't know. But maybe it's a prank? The creature from the Relic is a cool creature. There's also, I remember reading the book, like, it was basically immortal, I think. Like, they do eventually manage to kill it. Somehow. But, like, it was very strong. For the most part in the movie, it's just trapped in the museum. So it doesn't really do a lot of damage, but if it got out, it'd be pretty crazy. I'll slide it into B for now. The Trolls from Troll Hunter. Very cool. Very good film. Mostly, like, the trolls kind of, like, they would kill, but they were mostly just kind of wild animals. And again, just due to their size and their nature, that's where the problems came in. But they didn't go out of their way to, like, seek. Like, well, I guess they wanted to eat people, like Christian people. They did want that, but they didn't go out of their way to, like, hunt them down, at least as far as we saw, unless you were already in their territory. If you were in their territory and they smelled you, they're like, oh, good, lunch is here. But if you were, like, chilling in your house, they're probably not going to come knocking on the window and say, hey, give me some blood of an Englishman or nothing. So I feel like, yeah, kind of like the ants in them. Like, they were kind of expanding a little bit, wandering out of their territory, but mostly they were just kind of doing animal stuff. Leprechaun! Warwick Davis. Leprechaun is awesome. He's also very strong. Very hard to stop. And gleefully kills people. In kind of like the ironic Freddy Krueger ways. He very strong. He is, you know what? I'm gonna slide Jason up into S. Just gonna slide him up into S. Because I'm rethinking it and I'm like, you know what? Like, technically speaking, they do kind of stop the Deadites at the end of the, kind of like they, and Jason is almost gets to be at a certain point, he's almost a Deadite in the way he works, like slightly Deadite-ish. But Leprechaun, oh man, like, he's got to at least be A. I would think. Because he does, like, he's got magic powers. And, like, it's almost impossible to kill the little bastard. So, what's she gonna do? He's gotta at least be A. I might reshuffle that. The weird slug creatures from Slither. Intimidating, for sure. Dangerous, for sure. Especially since, like, they don't even necessarily kill you, they just take you over. It's kind of like Aylmer. They kind of just take you over and control your brain to propagate their species. Yeah, I think that's a B for me. Frankenstein's monster, like Kong, like the creature from the Black Lagoon, like he's not really a bad guy. He was just built bad and misunderstood, but he doesn't necessarily want to do no harm. He just doesn't understand. So, let me be clear. Great monster, like pretty much all of the things in here, Ginger Dead Man aside, great monsters, but just not based on the criteria we're going with. Yeah, they're on the low end. The Fly, Jeff Goldblum's The Fly. I mean, again, it's an amazing, special effect design. It's very cool and gross, but what all did he like? He wanted to hurt people that he didn't like. And he did have the strength to do so. Like, honestly, I'm kind of feeling like C, like kind of like Cujo, like turning into a giant fly monster is kind of like going rabid. Is okay. I'm gonna confirm that this is the original Fly. Wait, no. Is that the Wasp Woman? That might be the Wasp Woman. It is the Wasp Woman. That's a very random one to put in, but I enjoy it. Oh man, can I remember the Wasp Woman? It was kind of like the Fly, only like it was kind of like the Fly meets Jekyll and Hyde, where like she was trying to develop some like beauty cream that makes you look younger or stops the aging process using bees, and the byproduct of that was it turned her into a killer wasp woman that I think also wanted to get banged, if I'm remembering correctly. Slide you into the Kilobots from Chopping Mall. I love Chopping Mall, and they are pretty, at least in the face of horny young adults staying late in the mall when they shouldn't be. Pretty unstoppable, but stoppable. They did find ways to stop them. Untrained civilian folk did find a way to stop them in the end. So I think that's a B. But like programmed, or at least once they short circuit, programmed to just hunt and kill with a variety of high-tech gadgets to do so. Graboids can be very deadly. Graboids can also be stopped by a big hard rock. So it's like they've got many strengths but also many weaknesses. So I think they're also in the B tier. Xenomorphs. A xenomorph is difficult to kill, especially if you're not trained and don't have weapons. Not impossible to kill, but difficult to kill. A nest of xenomorphs, I mean, unless you can take off and nuke the entire site from orbit, you're gonna have a hard time, and even then, you might not get them all. I think just due to how aggressive they are and how fast they can breed and just infest things. And also the stealth mechanic where they can just slink in and you don't know they're there until suddenly you're overrun. Like, that's gotta be S tier. Like, they may actually be unstoppable. Like, a single xenomorph, very stoppable. The xenomorph species might just be like locusts, just swarm over everything and just unstoppable. I don't know who you are. You're Bigfoot, I think, but I don't know what Bigfoot you are. There's a lot of Bigfoot movies. So The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, let's be real. The Thing fucking shapeshifts, blends in, hides, can infect you from the smallest fucking source. And you do not know who you can trust, who is the Thing and who is not the Thing. And it's pretty much like, based on the analyses I've seen of like the ending of the movie, they don't fucking stop it. They do everything they can and they still lose. And it's in John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy for that reason, because it's meant to represent the end of the world. So yeah, no, The Thing is hard ass. Very hard ass. Victor Crowley. I've seen the first two Hatchet films. I haven't seen 3 or the other one they put out. He's cool. Like, it's Kane Hodder doing another slasher killer, one that he can build from the ground up, unlike Jason, which he walked into. He's very, very tough, very kill crazy. He's kind of location based. He's basically just in the swamps of Louisiana, where he hangs out. It doesn't seem to really roam from there. So, like, yeah, location based, very kill crazy, very powerful. I think that's a good B. The Cave Dwellers from The Descent, kind of similar. Like, they were strong, but actually they may be C's, honestly, because very, very powerful, very hungry, very willing to like kill anything they got within their territory, but their territory was a cave system that really no one should have gone into to begin with, and not many people did. So the chances of encountering them, unlikely. Chances of them breaking out and causing widespread mayhem, also very unlikely, because they're cave dwellers, and if they went out into the light, they'd probably just fucking explode like vampires. So I think there's C. Like, and also a lot of their strength like the Xenomorph comes in numbers. Like, one of them hard to kill, not impossible to kill. But the fact that they're crawling in the darkness and they're coming out of nowhere is really where a lot of their strength comes from. Maniac Cop. There's 3 Maniac Cop movies. I've only seen the first. He was a real tough zombie cop bastard. The Hatchet watched through before Leprechaun. I don't have the 3rd movie or Victor Crowley. Is the only problem with that. I'd be down to watch them. They're a lot of fun. Or at least the first 2 are a lot of fun. And they've got like tons of like Tony Todd is in, I believe, the second one. There's a bunch of familiar horror faces in them. But yeah, Maniac Cop, honestly, he might also be a B. He kind of got similar vibes to Victor Crowley. Like, he's a big, tough son of a bitch, very hard to kill, some supernatural elements in play, and he just, like, is kind of dead set on a path of killing. You want to see Kane Hodder? Yeah, well, there he is. he's still in makeup for it. It's not just him. Although in the second one, he gets to play the character of Victor Crowley's father out of makeup. Audrey 2. This is from... I've seen the original Little Shop of Horrors, which I very much liked. I've not seen this version. Audrey 2 was kind of tough to reckon with, but also it's a fucking plant. Set it the fuck on fire. I think Audrey 2 might be D tier. Are those the... Like, it's kind of cropped weird. It looks like a piranha. Stalker, I gotta use Best Jason. Yeah. And Victor Crowley, like, it's a different performance, but it's a very similar to Jason kind of performance. 3D. Like, it's nice if I have an idea, because usually if I just type it into Google search, I will find literally the image within the first page. Yeah, this is a piranha from Piranha 3D. I've not seen it yet. I own it. I haven't seen it. I don't know who you are. That's a ghoulie from the Ghoulies films. I know I've seen at least one of them. It was so long ago I don't remember it. So, wait, that's Gorgo, right? Is that Gorgo? Bu- 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 bu. That might be Gorgo. Yeah. Gorgo's got the claw hands like that. Got the weird ear flaps, and he's got red eyes. Yeah, no, that's Gorgo. Okay, great. That's Gorgo. I remember seeing Gorgo. I remember really liking the Gorgo film as a kid. I don't remember it very well, but he was like as kind of Godzilla. He was down for destruction, like original Godzilla, where he's just there to fuck shit up. I remember being pretty hard to kill. So yeah, like kind of like Q. Children of the Corn. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird homicidal children, but again, they're location based to a single town, and then on top of that, like they a bunch of weird kids. They're fucking kids. Just fucking spank them. Like, like I know there's metaphysical, like supernatural shit involved as well, but the kids themselves, not really. Like, I'll bump them up to D because for the creep factor, they're very creepy. Because kids acting creepy is fucking creepy. But as far as, like, threat model, I don't really see them as being a big threat. What the fuck are you? You are a bear. That's right. You're a bear. I don't know where you come from, bear. I'll zoom in on you later. This is the Anaconda from Anaconda. Intimidating giant monster. Definitely doesn't mind eating people. Very location based. You kind of got to go to it and stomp around in its neck of the woods to risk getting eaten. So I think that's a D. Also, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a giant snake. You can just kill it. Candyman. Tony Todd. He's a freaking urban legend that comes and kills the shit out of you if you say his name a certain number of times while looking in the mirror. Very tragic horror movie villain. I would say similar to like Creature, where like he doesn't want to do the killing, because I don't even think it's so much that he wants to do the killing. It's more that killing means something different to him, is what it seems like to me. Where it's not necessarily something horrific. Because he's always on the search of, like, you know, be my victim and everything like that. At least in the original film. How unstoppable is he? I mean, if you summon him, he's pretty fucking unstoppable. But like, here's the thing: he's very easy to stop if you don't fucking summon him. So I'd say that's like C, because you have to summon him. Is the thing. They're kind of like Pinhead. Like, if you don't fuck with the box, you're not getting a Pinhead. Tarman from Return to Living Dead, the original zombie that starts everything off in that movie. I mean, him alone, very stoppable because he a zombie. Like, well, no, because never mind, because the zombies in Return to the Living Dead were actually super unstoppable. Like, shooting them in the head did nothing. Chopping them into bits, you could chop them into bits, and you would just wind up with a pile of zombified bits. Which is, you know, not as much of a threat, but yeah, and at the end of the day, even nuking them didn't stop the infection. It just spread it even worse. So honestly, Return of the Living Dead zombies are pretty fucking unstoppable. I think they're S tier. Gremlins. Gremlins are cool. Again, as long as you follow the rules, you won't get gremlins. If you get gremlins, it's gonna be kind of hard to get rid of them. Not impossible. But they don't necessarily want to just straight up kill you, but at the same time, they're gonna make your life a living hell. And if it leads you to die, they're going to laugh maniacally. So I'm going to assume at this point you've got an infestation of gremlins, and that's a problem. That's probably going to be a B-level problem. The Tall Man from Phantasm. Hard one to rank, because at one moment, or in one instance, pretty fucking unstoppable. The other, he seems weirdly obsessed with, like, a very small group of people. For a long time. But his ultimate goal, I believe, is he's from another dimension and he's trying to invade our dimension and take over everything. And just make life hell. He's pretty fucking unstoppable. I think Tall Man is also up in the S's. Because I haven't seen the last Phantasm film, but at least from what I've seen, they never stop him. They just they escape him briefly, but they never stop him. The aliens from Mars attacks. Very cool. They got fucking laser weapons that will just melt people into colorful skeletons. Can be killed with a boombox. So I think that's a D. I think that's just a D. I've not seen the original Golem film. Ghostface from Scream. It's a guy. or a lady. It's a human mortal being in a mask. Very, very kill happy. Very sneaky in the sense that, like, you don't know who's under the mask, so you don't know who to be careful of, but at the same time, just use the never all there strategy, shoot everyone around you, and then figure it out later. I do have the first two hatchets on Blu-ray. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, so honestly, I think he's a D. He, her, like, it's Ghostface. Whatever Ghostface is. The Blob? I think it's the Blob from the 1980s Blob movie. Yeah, the Blob? Show me the Blob? Yeah, there's the picture. So the Blob, I've not seen the 80s Blob movie, but I have seen the original. The Blob was pretty fucking unstoppable. I can't remember how they stopped the Blob. Well, I'm pretty sure they did. But the Blob is no joke. I think the Blob is, on the basis that it has, I'm pretty sure it has been stopped somehow. I gotta put it in A, but like it caused a lot of damage. I haven't seen the Killer Turkey one. Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger, pretty well. He can be stopped if enough people stop believing or fearing him. He can, like, canonically, he can be stopped that way. But even when he gets stopped that way, he comes up with clever ways of getting back into people's dreams. So honestly, I think Freddy is also an S. Hatchet 4 the same as Victor Crowley? I believe so. Like, I don't think there is a Hatchet 4. I think there was Hatchet, Hatchet 2, Hatchet 3, and then Victor Crowley was the fourth film, but it was just called Victor Crowley. The Predator. Wait, no. Hold on. Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't know who either of you are. You're going in there. But the Predator. Big tough son of a bitch, basically lives to hunt and kill, collect trophies. Can definitely be stopped. It does bleed and it can be killed. But at the same time, it's very good at doing the killing thing, and is not even so much location based. This motherfucker comes to you. Like, if you're just in an area where he's like, I choose to hunt you, he's just gonna come to you. Or he's gonna kidnap you and take you to a weird alien planet, and then you're gonna do it anyway. So, yeah, he's gotta be up in the A's. That's... Is that Krampus? Is that Krampus? Krampus? Show me Krampus? Krampus 2015? Yes, that's Krampus. Well, it should be easy. I just saw it in December. Krampus is pretty fucking unstoppable in that movie. Like, again, you kind of have to do some... You gotta let the Christmas cheer go completely out of your heart and everyone else's heart for him to show up. But once he shows up, yeah, you're pretty much just fucked. So I think Krampus is S. Like, there's no negotiating. There's no getting out of it. At least from what we've seen in the Krampus film. There's just no getting away with it. He may choose to let you go and tell the story. But even if he does that, you're just going to get old and never tell the story until it's way too fucking late. So why would he ever do that again? Phantom of the Opera, he's a kind of crazy son of a bitch. He did kill some people. Very location-based, incredibly location-based. Also just kind of falls into the category with Creature and Kong, where it's like he mostly just wants a girlfriend, but he's a little bit more psychotic, so I think I'm gonna dump him into these. I've not seen the original Hunchback, or that version of Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's been so long since I've seen Killer Tomatoes that I can't rightfully judge it. I don't know what the fuck this is, which makes me sad because it looks really cool. It's like some animated thing. I have no idea what that would be. The clown from Terrifier, he was very tough, he was very sadistic. I can't remember if I feel like there was some supernatural element to him as well, where like he just couldn't, despite what they did to him, they couldn't kill him, even though it seemed like he should be down and out. He just kind of popped back up. He's got, I think he's at least A, honestly. Maybe even S, because I think in the movie he just wins. Like, he's not stopped. So if we're using that as a basis, like Krampus wasn't stopped, I don't think he was either. I don't remember. I remember like it was a dark ending where he just kills and then that's it. He just gets away with it. Possessed Reagan from The Exorcist. Killed a couple people. Possessed by the devil? Like, devil's pretty strong. Can be stopped by just exorcism. That worked. Like, it was a little rough, but like it worked. So I think that may be a D. Like, pretty stoppable. The mayhem really didn't get out of control before it was stopped. You're some weird Goatman thing. I don't know who you are. Godzilla. I may be biased. Godzilla is S. Godzilla don't stop. And that's not American Godzilla. That's original Toho Godzilla. Because even when Godzilla dies, he just comes right back. And he's capable of causing huge amounts of destruction. And there's been a lot of instances where Godzilla's a good guy, but at the same time, if you catch Godzilla on the wrong day, he may just decide, yeah, humanity's my enemy today. You're all fucked. Chucky from Child's Play. He's pretty resilient. He's pretty capable of killing people. At the same time, his grand obsession, at least since becoming doll form, has basically just been get a human body back, and that's basically been the crux of everything that he's worked towards. He's killed some people along the way, but it's all been in the name of that goal. So I think he's more B, more of a B guy. Are those the Starship Troopers? Trooper bug. Yep, that's a Starship Trooper bug. It's been a long time since I've seen Starship Troopers. I remember them being pretty fucking hard to get rid of because there were just swarms of them, huge swarms of them. But I also don't remember if they got super deep into like how they worked. They were mostly just hordes, and they were also on alien planets. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, isn't there something in Starship Troopers where the bugs are like throwing meteorites at Earth? I don't remember enough of that movie. They were pretty strong though. Pretty strong. And slide them into A. You're a big set of teeth. I don't know who you are. Werewolf from American Werewolf in London. Cool monster. Great transformation scene. Not really, like, he killed some people, and then he was basically. I don't even think it took silver bullets. The cops just shot him. Just shot him down. So, he wasn't really that good of a monster. Hannibal Lecter. Capable of being a very scary dude. Also, just mortal. You can shoot Hannibal Lecter in the face, and he'll just stop. Also spends the majority of his time locked in a fucking cell, so how fucking smart is he? Even though he's clever enough to, like, get himself out of the cell eventually, and also just cause mayhem from within the cell, but his ass did get caught. So I think C. C's a good one for him. Like, the desire to kill is definitely there. He's smart enough to enact it. Not a huge threat. Like, not like a world-ending threat. And also, again, mortal. You can shoot him in the face. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I've not actually seen the movie. I've seen parts, but I've not seen the movie, so I can't rank it. Is this Poltergeist? Is Poltergeist? Yes, this is Poltergeist. So this is the one of the ghost things from the film Poltergeist. Very location based, kind of, except not really, because previous or subsequent films like it's just the other side. It's just like the afterlife with spooky ghost shit in it. Um, but basically spooky ghost shit, but can be stopped and slightly location based. At least in the context of the films, or at least in the first film, it's very location based. It's that they living in a house that was built on top of a cemetery, and the bodies were still there, and the ghost got super pissed about that. So it's like a D. The creature from the box in Creepshow. He's definitely good at devouring annoying wives, but he's also locked up in the box. How he got in there, how many people died to get him in there, we just don't know enough about this thing. The only thing we know about this thing is they ate Adrienne Barbeau, and it's trapped in a box. So, the Mummy, Mummy, very location based. Don't fuck with his tomb. You ain't gonna get the Mummy curse. Yeah, I think he's also a D. Velociraptors from Jurassic Park. They are clever girls, killing machines, kind of like Jaws. Honestly, yeah, I'll put them up in A. easier to kill than Jaws. Much easier to kill. Not easy, but easier, I think. Is that Dr. Fives? Let's see, is that... I'm guessing that's Dr. Fives. Yes, that's Dr. Fives. It's been a long time since I've seen Dr. Fives. But I remember him being... I think he was... I don't remember if there was a supernatural or like a mad science element where like he was immortal. Like, I don't think so. But he was very clever, and he had a revenge scheme and kind of he had a scheme, like a murder scheme that he carried out very well. So yeah, honestly, he's kind of up there with Hannibal Lecter. Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead is a demon that you summon to get revenge, and then it starts going crazy and killing everybody, regardless of whether you want it to or not. It's a very cool looking monster. But again, like, you have to summon it. I can't, and it's been so long since I've seen the films. Like, you can stop it. I don't remember how, but he is stoppable. The Nazi general from Dead Snow films. He was a real tough son of a bitch and very hard to kill. Very, very hard to kill. He's up there in A. Uncle Sam from the Uncle Sam film. I watched Uncle Sam. I watched it recently. I don't really remember it too well. Which says pretty much everything you need to know about Uncle Sam. Where did I put Jack Frost? Because they're very similar movies in my mind. Frosty Snowman C? Well, okay. On the basis that I remember Jack Frost better than Uncle Sam, despite having seen them probably about the same length of time ago, Uncle Sam is D. The Killer Shrews. They are a menace. Just endlessly hungry, devouring everything in their way, and kind of clever. They're similar to the... I was gonna say they're similar to the Graboids, so yeah, I'll put them up there in B. Jigsaw. I mean, Jigsaw's a weird one, right? Because, like, it's on the one hand, it's like, it's just a dude. Shoot him. But, one, the original Jigsaw, very clever. And even subsequent Jigsaws, not as clever, but very determined. Let's see. Because at the same time, very avoidable. As long as you're not like a shitty person, you'll just avoid it. So, wait, where did I put Candyman? Because Candyman needs to be summoned. Where did I put him? Let's see. Okay, so Cenobites. I feel like Cenobites are even more like they're in the same vein as Candyman, but they're a little more unstoppable. Yeah, and again, you have to actively try to summon them to get them. But once you get them, like, it's kind of like Gremlins. Once you get Cenobites, you're gonna have a hell of a time. You're gonna have a harder time than Gremlins to get rid of them. So I think Cenobites got to be up in A, maybe S. But like, just the fact that you have to summon them, take them down a bit. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. The demon from Night of the Demon? Wait, no. No. That's right. You're the demon from Night of the Demon. I don't know who you are. The Stuff! Kind of like the Blob, only it's edible. I think if you did consume it, like, it not only, like, ate you back, but, like, it also controlled your mind a bit. I think that's B. Might be a B. Critters! Critters, a little alien creatures that are very bite happy. But I think they're also B. Like, you can kill them. They're kind of like Graboids and killer shrews. The tire from rubber. Um, the tire from rubber. It's got the power to just make your head explode. Let's be real. The tire from rubber is S tier. It's basically unstoppable. It's a sentient tire that can make people's heads explode. Like, yeah. And strangely enough, also just wants a girlfriend. So many of these monsters just want girlfriends. Yeah. Oh, that's the Cloverfield monster. They did kill it in the end, I think. Maybe. They just briefly stopped it. I don't remember. But it did a lot of damage. I think maybe did more damage than Q. Maybe as much as Gorgo. No, Gorgo tore up some cities. Yeah, I'm good with it. What are you? The fuck are you? I don't know. Toxic Avenger. He a monster, but like he's also like he's a good guy. Like he fucking kills people, but like he's a good guy. So I don't remember which movie you come from. Harry Warden? Harry? No, he was just a dude. Again, he was just a dude. Like he was definitely kill crazy, but he was just a dude. Like it's like high C tier energy. Uh, Wait, that looks so familiar. Night of the Demon. It's so tough because Night of the Demon, like there was a demon, but like he didn't really do anything. He just kind of showed up and looked cool. That's all he did. Like again, it looks amazing. It's not an indictment on the coolness of the monster, but like, what did he do? He just sat there. The trolls from Troll 2. Or rather, the goblins from Troll 2. They were like kind of location based, but they could move. As we find out at the end of the movie, they can totally just move. But they can be easily thwarted with meat products. Easy to thwart them with meat products. So I think that's a C. I've not seen Extro. I haven't seen many of the Christopher Lee Draculas, but I'm just gonna take Dracula. And I mean, honestly, Dracula's got to be S tier. Like the dude, even when he dies, he just comes back. Like you fucking kill him dead. You drive a wooden stake up his ass into his heart, cut his head off, light him on fire, put the ashes in the sunlight so that they light on fire again, and then next week he's just like, "Hi, it's me. I'm back." The puppets, the killer puppets from Puppet Master, they're pretty devious. They're pretty capable of doing some killing. Also, largely like at least past a certain point, I feel like the puppets from Puppet Master were just like good guys. So I don't know. I think that's C. Like they could be villains, they could be good guys. They're kind of middle of the road. The Crocagator from Lake Placid. Oh my god, we're almost done. Holy shit, this took an hour and a half. I'm not surprised. Again, we got giant killer animals. Where did I put Anacondas? Where did I put the Anacondas? D? Did I put it in D? Yeah, I put it in D. Yeah, I feel like D's not bad. Maybe C, because I think the Crocagator definitely like probably killed and ate more people than the Anaconda. Maybe? But no, I'll put them together. I'll put them together. Then Sam for Trick or Treat. I don't know if I can judge this one properly. Neff, where does Sam go? I don't know who that looks really familiar, but I don't know where it comes from. S. Yeah, I'll put Sam in S. I'm okay with that. All right, so there we go. I did it. Fucking did it. He upholds the values of Halloween. It's true. It true. Anti-hero monster, kind of, and he was pretty unstoppable too. Like you can kind of get him to go away as long as like you do the Halloween stuff, but if he has you on his shit list, he's pretty much unstoppable. So there we have it. Now, okay, so is there any I want to move around? Is the question. Let me see. No, I'm happy with all the S's for the reason. Or for the reasons I gave. I'm happy with all the A's. The B's? Yeah. Yeah, I can see the thought process for all the B's. It's kind of a through line. C's. You know, I'm gonna bump Bubba up to B. I will bump Bubba up to B. And I will bump just on the sense that I have Cenobytes in A and Candyman. I feel like he's kind of similar. I'm gonna bump Candyman up to B as well. Yeah, no. I will bump Jigsaw up to B on the sense that like if you do wind up getting in a Jigsaw game, like you can get out of it. Hopefully, if it's a proper Jigsaw trap, but like you're gonna have to suffer to do it. Um, these, yeah, yeah. I'm happy with the D's. I'm happy with the D, yeah. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. And the F's, the unfortunate F's. Which again is not an indictment of them as cool monsters, but more an indictment on them as threat models. Not threatening. I mean Gamera, I will bump Gamera up to D. Because if Gamera does mean bad news, he can cause a lot of trouble. It's just predominantly, even more so than Godzilla, Gamera is there to help. There's been like maybe one or two instances where he's not been there to help. In which case, yeah, he's a problem. But most of the time, he's just like, hey, there's a kid in danger. Let me go save him. And for the same thought, I'll like, just because he's big and he can cause some damage, even if it doesn't mean to, put Kong up there. Yeah, there. Movie monsters ranked. That's fun. That's a fun time. So that's that. Well, I realized. So here's the question: should I jump into Resident Evil, or should? Because I realized there's also Sporkle, which apparently has a lot of horror movie trivia quizzes, which I'm also kind of excited to do. You kind of want some Resident Evil? Save this for like next week. But it's also fun watching. Okay, so these aren't going to be that long. These are not going to be an hour and a half. I don't think. I think these are only going to be like a few minutes at most. Do one from Sporkle. And actually, Sporkle is a category, so I can get the fuck